elements. One is the entrance gate. Second will be the south gate. The third would be the yard lighting and the signage. And lastly, the middle of the yard camera coverage and so on.
Yeah, we started with the front main gate here, and you have a guard here 24/7, unarmed guard. But this gate here was pretty flimsy. You could easily breach it if you wanted to, if you wanted to do harm. We suggested you have 2 guards there, maybe armed, and a better gate that could actually stop a vehicle if you wanted it to stop it.
The south gate is all the way down to the end, and it's basically a chain link gate that's tied together with a chain and a padlock. It could easily be cut. We have another photo that will show you something that's even worse. You can basically just pull it apart and go through it. It takes you right into the bus yard. So, I mean, that was no. This area, it has the razor wire, but unfortunately, on the other side, there are some porta potties and things, and there's no camera system, there's no sensors, there's nothing. So you just go on the other side, hop on top of the porta potty, and then just hop over the gate and you're in, and basically nothing covers it. You have the one with the camera? The only cameras seem to be on the buildings, and they don't really focus on the perimeter of the fence. So whoever gets in, you won't know they're there until they try to reach the entrance to the building.
Lighting in the yard. We asked a few questions around the operators. How is the light in the yard? They say it's pretty, it's not that bright. There, as you can see in the picture, there's only one light post in the center of the yard. There's seemed to be enough light under the canopy where the buses sit, but in reality, how much light can those light fixtures really give? How bright is it under there? So going back to the previous slide where people could easily come through the south gate, they go in, go to one of our buses, your buses, with the light there, and no camera system. We don't know what they're doing or how they got there or what are their intentions. So the lighting is not good enough, and it needs to be more lit out there.
We also noticed in the yard a lack of signage. We didn't see any speed limit signs in the yard, so if you're not from here, you don't know how fast you can go. The direction signs for this picture show are all faded, hard to see unless you're looking directly at them. And you know, that was basically, it was hard to see what direction you go and where you can go and where you can't. There was like no restrictive signs that we could see and no reference points actually where you were.
And with the restriction signs, when we went in there, apparently on the other side of the yard, that belongs to another company, but there's nothing there that states that we can or cannot cross there, and we openly, freely went the other side of the yard and took a little cruise around there, and no one stopped us, no one said anything.
So what we've come up with is a resolution matrix, in this case with the assets and threats, severity, probability, and overall score. What we've given the interest gate is a 2, the probability of B, and so therefore the overall score will be a 2B with that. With the south gate, we gave that a 2, probability of B, also a 2B. And the lighting, signage, and the camera, the severity of that kind of lightened up on that a little bit. We've given it 3, C. So in all instances we've looked at, both are unacceptable. One is highly unacceptable, and the other is unacceptable with management decision required. The solutions that we've come up with, the main gate, add an additional guard, and also add stronger barrier protection and proper ID checking. For the south gate, an iron automatic gate. We need sensors over at that south gate, because you can open up the gate or just slip through the gate and no one will even know you're in the yard. We need to add some cameras over at that south side. There is no way we can see anything over there. Remove the landscaping. We have things up against the building, the wall fixture that the other company has placed up against against that particular wall, and it makes it easy for someone to just hop over the fencing that they have available now. Make the fence higher and put a barbed wire or razor fence on that, and we definitely need more lighting in the yard. Add more lighting throughout the yard, need to post signage for the speed and direction, signs for restricted areas, reference points, cameras around the yard where the buses are located. Hopefully with those changes, we might have a more secure facility. Thank you.
Good job, good job.
How they can change the threat matrix from what it is currently to what it will be with the changes, and I think you'll get a better buy-in that way. Oh, that, you know, but it was certainly a very well done presentation.